Galena is one of the most unhinged women I've ever seen on my TV. That's saying a lot for me, and I never want her off, Nolan. I never want her off.
I know. I've found her social media, and I've subscribed to
Me
everything.
too. Me too. Follow, follow,
Even her
follow.
daughter. Even her daughter. I
I
sent
haven't
you one
done.
of her daughter last night. I found it last night, and I sent it to you.
I've not
I was
found
like,
it.
oh my god.
So if you guys haven't watched the final episode of McBee Dynasty season 3, episode 10, parting ways question mark. If you haven't watched all the way to the end, go away because I'm about to do some spoiling. But I saw Galena post a picture. It was like her and her daughter Arena, whatever,
Arena.
Arena in the car, like cheesing. And Stephen McBee commented, "Must be nice to have windows." They must be on good terms. They must have made
I mean,
up.
or they're, committing to the bit of the show, which is
That's what I'm
funny,
saying.
you know?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. This is But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio. I am Sundi, pop culture professor, expert, self-proclaimed, on all things fake American cowboys and silly, silly Russian women.
And oh, hello, it's me again, Nolan. Hey.
So you're just never going to get an intro. You and Emily. All of this like
It gets
pathological
shorter every time. Every time it gets shorter.
pathological demand avoidance from you and Emily. Neither one of y'all want to commit to a intro. So let's get started. This is the season finale. And I don't know if Christy Mama McBee is savvy in putting all this stuff out about how this is the last season, or if she really just got mad and fired some shit off on Facebook or Instagram. Who am I, Granny? But it
Well,
really
I'm a Facebook girl.
that's right, I forget you are, but you're ahead of your time or behind your time. Because there's no way these people are dipping out of this show.
I mean, I guess they didn't really. I mean, when she released that was like what 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I mean it
Yeah.
was already getting really big then. I mean, I guess the last 2 weeks it's kind of come out a lot with this whole like Allie and like her posting a lot and all of like coming to the head with it coming out on TV. But it's getting a lot more traction with that. But it's like I don't know. It's maybe she's doing it to get more attention. I don't know
Nolan.
what she's doing.
All Christy is doing is driving traffic to Allie Eklund's freaking Instagram. I saw one yesterday. Remember we talked last week about how Allie is doing that dumb tallow shit. She's like,
Uh-huh.
it's not the McBee tallow, it's just tallow in general, and I'm just touting the
Right.
benefits. I saw a post on her Instagram from Highland Mini Cows. She's trolling these motherfuckers, right?
Yeah, I mean, she has to be. There's
Okay.
no, I mean, it's obviously not a coincidence.
No. So let's get
You
into it.
know?
Over the course of I'm about to say semester, I'm still in professor mode, but obviously Steve's away. Cole's going to have 2 babies. They got married in Vegas. Steven's going to marry Allie. That did not age well. Mini Highland cows, as we mentioned. There's been a tallow conversation. Remember, it wasn't that long ago that Steven Jr. was trying to give 20% of that tallow business to Allie. And Cole may lose the house. So this is the driving narrative point for this episode coming up here. And they're made at the car wash. It's Galena and Christy. And these little titty babies sent their mother to have a conversation with Galena about, hey man, stop traveling, stop being on the internet, be cool.
I mean, I don't know. Obviously, Galena listens to McBee. This is not the first conversation that she's had to have, like a come to Jesus meeting that she's had to have with her. She had one with her, I think, last season or earlier this season. I think it was last season, but she had a come to Jesus meeting with her then. And I mean, it kind of works. Like I think Galena feels bad, so she's like, okay, I'll listen to whatever you have to say. You're
I
right.
guess. And I guess now that Christy is sort of like the boss of all bosses now, she has a little bit more stake in it too. But she tells Galena that the boys, meaning Steven Jr., because he's a titty baby, have been venting. She tells the camera this. She doesn't tell Galena. They've been venting about Galena. And so she says, listen, Galena, try to not let your personal feelings get in the way. Put a pin in that.
Right.
And your credibility will increase with the boys if you just buckle down, focus, limit the travel. First off, I think out of the 4 of them, between the boys and Galena, she's the only one that does a real job.
I was about to say, I mean, Steven's been doing whatever he got to do. Cole's got it, which I feel like Cole's been kind of tightening up also.
Yeah,
You
but
know, and then Jesse's just remodeling that house.
well, I
So,
watched one of our little internet sleuths. I should jot down the name of the TikTok people that I
yeah.
see that made a point whenever I cite them. But talking about over the course of these 3 seasons, there is textual evidence to support that these boys don't know how to farm. Like Cole asking, "Hey, black cows do better, right?" Or them letting the controlled burn get out of the way. Jesse not being able to get out of the driving compartment of the combine, right? And so like there's all these little moments that kind of suggest that maybe they're not really participating. And Steven put out a Instagram or whatever saying, "We're not a reality show about a farm. We are a farm that just happens to have a reality show on it." Okay, well, ask Nolan how she
Just
feels about
said
that
the same
after.
thing.
Well, I think that he's trying to say that the farm is the thing, right? And that we were a farm first. We were a farm primarily. But ask Nolan how she feels after seeing his gooch the other day. Like, it doesn't seem like the
Yeah,
farm is the
we have
thing.
not seen them on the farm sweating ever.
No.
You know what I mean?
So they have a brother meeting and they're talking about it. So now they're not planting crops. And that's a relief in some ways because they won't have to like negotiate the losses and stuff. But Cole puts it out there, "I want the car washes gone." Cole's motivated now because his house is on the line.
That's what I was about to say. He's really motivated a lot by fear, which I mean, hey, that'll drive you to get some shit done. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's on the move to get it done.
And
And but I was like, whenever they said they're selling the car washes, I was like, that is literally Braden's only thing.
well, he says that. He said that
You
too.
know, yeah, and because I see him. I think I sent you that video of him on the car wash. I was like, oh god, he was like talking about everything and just kind of like stuttered his way
Well,
through it. But I think that's like his thing. It's the car washes.
Well, too, and I hate to keep relying so much on social media because me, you, and Jeff, and Emily too, we complain about how much exists on the socials
Yeah.
outside of the fourth wall of it all. But we know that the car washes are still going because we've seen, as you've mentioned, those cringy ass fucking
Oh my
car
god.
washes where it's like car porn. Bow,
No,
wow,
yeah. What is it?
wow.
What did I call them? Oh, car thirst traps.
Yes,
That's what I
that's
said.
right.
They're like car thirst traps.
That's right.
It's like the sexy music with like the car, like the water splash on the side of the
Yeah.
car, and like the lights coming on when it's dark in there. Then the like brushes hitting it. I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's thirst traps for cars, Noel said. I forgot she said that. Yeah, so we know that at least some survived this. So all of this dramatics, all of these fireworks that's
I
happened, it's
mean, but
anticlimactic.
I'm kind of team sell them. They would get $60 million, and they only have $40 million to pay.
Yeah, but I don't know enough about it to really say, but like, do they have to sell all of them? Why not just cull it down to like one or two and give those to Braden? Obviously,
I think it's
Galena
kind
can
of like
go.
it'd be like a franchise type of thing. Like,
Right.
or maybe they could franchise them out, like some people owns different ones,
I
but it's like
guess.
all McBee, so maybe you're like selling like the
I don't
whole
know.
of it all.
I figured there's a way for them to do it. And then give Braden something because he seems to, just when Braden is starting to come around more, they're about to like sell the car washes and quit doing the show. Like, come on, man, give this man a break. But
And I didn't really like, like how they're kind of talking about Galena like she's kind of a piece of property. Like,
yeah,
oh, well, sorry, see you, Galena. Like, she goes with it, whatever. Right after they've, like, been pulling her in and getting her close and making her feel like she's part of the family. It's
they do
like,
that
oh, see ya.
montage.
Yeah.
That
I was kind of like,
seems
oh,
particularly cruel. Where
right.
there Casey's telling her this, and she's making up with Mama McBee, and then for them to be like, well, Galena will have a fair share.
They're like,
She'll
they'll
go
get her.
with it. Yeah, she'll go
Yeah.
with this and that. And has Braden ever had a confessional before?
I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. Because I was thinking, I don't know if I've ever seen the way his name looked. I don't know. I thought something whenever he popped up, but.
So Galena, like you just said, Galena is also the headache. So
Yeah.
this is a euphemism for her sleeping with their father, right? Because they're talking about like after all of the headache that Galena caused our family, it seems like, and I'm
I was
like,
thinking like, her trashing this, the car, the house, the chicken. I was thinking all of
No.
that.
Well, Jessie acknowledges her contributions and her effort, but after all of the problems, all that headache, you mean having an affair with your married dad? Sure, sure, sure. But they aren't really worried about Steve Sr. because they're thinking that Glenn is going to go straight to him, which is maybe what happened. She
I
went
mean,
straight to him and he was like, absolutely not. Don't do
yeah,
that shit.
I'm actually getting out a year early, so we'll see about it when I get
Yeah.
there.
Um, so we go to Jesse and Allie's and Brayden and
I
Jake are there.
I don't like the way that Jesse and Allie communicate. They need a communication
I don't think
therapist. They
Allie
just
does
talk to each
either.
other. They just talk to each other
And
so ugly.
And also, there's so much subtext. Like they're never saying the thing out loud. There's always this like underlying thing. Like she comes in and she surprises him, and Jesse thought that he was doing this thing for her. And she comes
Yeah.
in and she's like, She never says out loud, "Hey, I really wish I could have had some input on this. Like, thank you so much for what you're doing. Can I be involved now? Can this like neither one of them
Right.
are saying the thing, and it
And she
is
does not want a house. She wants love and affection and for him
yes,
to pay attention to their daughter and to help her and to change a shitty diaper,
yes,
which
which
we
he
realize that he does not.
refuses to do. But the thing is though, these people have been together since high school. And I mentioned my friend and your dear longtime person, Jason, who he and I have
Uh-huh.
also no, yes, sort of. Like he and I have known each other since elementary school. We have known each other forever. There is nothing that I can't say out loud to him. Do you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like, because and I guess maybe the stakes are higher when you're in a romantic relationship and when you're married and you have
Oh,
children.
right, for
There's
sure,
those
for sure.
blocks and stuff. But I can't imagine knowing somebody for so long and you can't say the thing. You can look at her face and tell she's unhappy with what she sees. And then Jesse knows and reacts internally. Like, y'all, just say it out loud. Just say it out loud.
Right. And it's like, like you said, it's just like they're so passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Everything is like kind of a knock. Like
That's
everything that they say is kind of just like kind of taking them down. It's like a backhanded compliment. Like thanks for doing this house, but Summer can't walk around these floors.
that is
Like
a really good point too. There's always this low level of resentment, and maybe it's been building. I would have liked to have seen them, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago before the show started, because obviously it's been building and building. But he says this thing in his confessional, um that he makes a decision and he doesn't waver. He doesn't think or ponder about it. He just commits and goes, "Hey, dude. Hey, my guy. Maybe you should."
yeah, you're not the only person in your family anymore.
You know, wait, just kidding. That's not Jesse. I'm sorry. That was Steve.
That
That
was
was
Steven.
Steven Jr. Yeah, when he was talking about moving
I
to
thought I
Texas.
got it wrong. I
No,
thought I
you're
got
right.
it wrong, and I was like, "Oh God," because I literally have it written. Steven is coming on too hot.
Yeah, sorry. You're right. That was Steven Jr. And this
That is
he's
next, though. That is
yeah.
next.
And he's talking about his move to Texas. Now,
Right.
to remind everybody, he neither talked to Allie about it, asked her permission to move to her state and cohabitate with her, or had any kind of conversations with his brothers about it until he decided, yep, I'm doing it. And this is where he's like, once I make a decision, yep, I'm all set.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he made the decision within 24 hours of her leaving. Maybe
Yeah,
12.
I think he was freaking because
Yeah.
she was leaving and he was kind of clawing at her
And
back as she was walking out the door.
her face the entire time that he is talking to her is like, "Oh my God, help me, please. What do I say? Is he gonna kill me in a few minutes? Like,
I
what's about to
noticed,
happen to me? Am I gonna be murdered and put in the backyard? Like, what is
yeah,
about to happen to me?"
I noticed the same thing too. She's sitting on the floor and like she turns around, and also too, I kept thinking, you're just putting your bare skin on that mirror. You're not gonna have to wipe that shit off later, but that's my insanity. But so like when he says that, like you can see her face freeze in a
Uh-huh.
way. And I wonder, Nolan, that if she's not watching these episodes and then going back to her camera roll and just like posting at him, right? Like,
Oh, I would.
yes. I mean, because
You know.
it's so bizarre. And Now, too, there's all of this behind the scene footage too that she's put on YouTube.
That's
Did
what
you
I've
send it to
seen.
me? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. That she's a whole YouTube channel that has like behind the scenes. Like, why aren't they? I mean, I guess they're not trying to give her any more spotlight, but
But isn't it convenient that she just started coming around when filming started, and now she's wrapping up as filming ends, and their
yeah.
relationship is she's getting more distance from him? Isn't that interesting, Nolan?
I mean, for sure. I mean, what did they hire a Steve and a girlfriend before the season started? Is that what you think?
Or she befriended him, or like girlfriend tried to like wife him
Because
up.
how funny would that be? They hired Steve and a girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, and she thought she was going to wife him up, but he pulled an old switcheroo and was like, "No, I really like you. I really want to go in hot." And she was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is not my contract. Y'all, calm
Yeah, I
down."
thought we were just gonna kiss and ride horses. I'm gonna go home.
Okay, I want you to talk to me a little bit about this weird little monologue that she says about how when Stephen went to meet her family, things got weird and that her mom could sense something. And let me just read you some of the things she said because it's very confusing. Okay, her mom could sense that something was in the air. We were both trying to figure the next steps, taking it day by day. People were asking us questions, but we don't have the answer either. What is that? What is she saying?
I think she's probably saying that people were like pressuring the fuck out of them and asking questions that they have not even had conversations about. Like they just jumped in head first, didn't have a conversation, just moved. Which Steven likes to say that they moved in, lived together for 2 weeks.
2 months
Really, she 2 months, excuse me, 2 months. But really, she just came and just didn't leave.
to
It was like a
stay.
vacation. Yeah, it was like
Right.
it wasn't like she planned it all out and there that she moved all of her shit in. She just was vacationing for 2 months,
But
extended vacay.
but
Rich people can do that.
what is she trying to tell Steven by this skirting around that something is like
Well, that
there's
was
too
in her
much pressure?
confessional. That was in her
Was
confessional,
it?
wasn't it?
I thought
After
that
I thought it
no.
was in her.
Uh-uh. She was sitting on the floor in front of that mirror with her bare skin on it, telling Steven, "Oh, my mom really kind of sensed something was in the air too. And I know everybody's been saying all this stuff to us, and we don't even have the answers to the things that
I
people are asking
probably that
us."
they need to slow the fuck down and figure out what they're doing. It's probably
So
that,
this woman
right?
thinks that saying it outright to him, "Hey, Steven, can we take it slow?" That didn't work. So let me use the most evasive language I possibly can. That's going to work because he says, "I feel like it's a step backwards." No,
Steven.
it's a
And
lateral.
then too, I was like, none of that conversation did they say we're breaking up. Ever. Like
Right.
they have
I
all
wrote
of this
that.
talk. They have all of this talk and all these things about how they have to say out loud that they're together, but never one time do they ever break up anybody. I'm like,
Well, that
they
I
have
wrote
such
that
a
too. That did I miss a conversation that they broke up? But then in her confessional, she's crying, talking about how she felt so dumb, and people had told her that he was a really hard communicator, and that he doesn't listen. And so,
I mean, I literally have. It's like she's talking to a child. Like what she's
yeah,
saying to him, he cannot process it. It's
right.
like his brain is not capable of processing the information she's telling him.
Well, they do the editors. I say this all the time: is the devil works hard, but the Bravo editors work harder. Okay,
What the
there
music?
that
I
montage
can
of him
feel you
losing.
in my bloodstream.
Well, no, that montage of Steven losing his temper with everybody, like
Oh,
yelling at Casey and like skeeting around on Cole when she's talking about what a hard communicator he is, and she wants to learn from the past. All of this sounds like, hey, can we just cool the
yeah,
fuck
stuff you
out?
find out in the first 6 months, like she said.
And he's embarrassed and upset. He's rethinking everything. He's not getting what he wants, so he
He's
is.
bruised,
Yes,
right?
and he's throwing a tantrum because he's not getting what he wants. So then we get this scene between Allie and Casey.
Oh,
And
this was sweet. This
it
was
is.
sweet.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If
But
they left that farm, want to talk about something saving the farm? Let Allie, Casey, Christy McBee, Galena, and Tess run that farm. We're done. They're making a profit in a year. Like they'll
oh,
save the
for sure,
farm. These boys don't know
for
shit
sure.
about nothing.
And
But
I don't know. and maybe Allie, number one, is just awkward too, because the way that she talks, it's like she's never met her. It's like they're not really friends, which could be with what the drama that we see. I don't really know,
Yes,
and she's
well,
just saving her because she's the only girl she's got in the family.
people are drilling
But
down on this Casey Stephen Jr. rumor because they mentioned it in the season. They never came back. Allie reacts to it. She's like, "This is Allie Eklund." She's like, "This is
yeah,
fucking weird." The
right. I mean,
fact
it
is,
was.
yes, and then Steven saying, "Well, I'll just never be in a room alone with her." That's also fucking weird. But they never came back to it. Never said one word about it. But I find it really interesting that they don't know anything about the business. Not interesting, very misogynistic, very pointed on the boys' behalf. And Allie says, it's really hard to be a woman in this family. And
Yeah.
and Casey has been her only ally, kind of.
And that's what I was like. So did she start the rumor or not?
Right. So
Yeah,
if
I'm like, so
Casey,
did you start the rumor or not? Did you girl, like, what happened?
so did she, I mean, and she's talking like she's so grateful for
That's what that was my brain.
Casey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this morning, whenever I was talking to you about it this morning, that's what my brain. That was the only thing that I could think was, you're saying all this? It's very very nice, but didn't you not just talk shit about her?
I mean,
Like,
yeah, but we haven't heard Casey confirm it though. We only heard Steven tell Allie Eklund, right?
right? And I don't. And Stephen and Casey won't talk about it. Allie and Casey will talk about it. Stephen and Allie won't talk about it. Stephen and Jesse won't talk about it. Cole and Stephen maybe have talked about it,
Off
but not
camera,
really.
which how dare
Yeah.
they? And then Allie starts talking about Jesse, and this makes me really sad because this is an experience that I have had. A lot of women have had. Nothing will make you turn on a man than seeing them not be interested in your child or not show up for your child or just like be less than. And that's what Allie is starting. She's starting to get the ick with Jesse because he's not showing up for Summer. He's not present in her life. He's not doing fun. Like, and I think that Cole is.
That might be where the
I
rumor
think
is.
Cole is very active and hands on. Like, think about, he got Summer. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
he got the baby dress. What's the baby's name?
Blair.
Blair. He got Blair dressed for her party. He had Blair in his watching her whenever Casey was working. He is an active part. And so Allie is just like, he's not even showing up. Like, she lives in fucking town and he's out here, and that's a real quick way for a woman to get an ick from a man
Oh, for sure.
real quick. It's like,
For
oh,
sure.
you don't want to participate with your
Make you
baby?
mean absolutely everything, and then still want to try to fuck you. It's like raising two children.
Exactly.
It's like having two children. Nobody wants to fuck their kid.
Exactly. Exactly. And you want me to be attracted to you when you can't be bothered to have a relationship with your baby child, which is the easiest she'll ever be.
Quite literally.
Right, really, speaking from a person who with an almost 5-year-old and who has two almost grown children, this is the easiest they're ever going to be. And you can't even like sit on the floor and play with her. I mean, I'm going to off my rant, but
I was about to say pause. We'll come back to that in a second because
yeah.
I want to talk about you know okay, so we're back to
Did you
Steven
lose your
going
place?
to
You want to talk
sorry.
about it so bad, but you lost your damn place? Jesus.
Steven comes to the house
Oh,
and
yeah.
Molly McBee's there,
Yeah.
Casey's there, Cole's there, and that's another thing too. I think that since that they're on the farm, that Steven also sees that baby a lot, and that probably might be a little bit of a soft spot for
Yeah.
Allie 1.0 as well.
Well, I'm going to say this
But
right now. Allie, you better keep that goddamn job because y'all are going to divorce and you're going to need whatever job you got, whatever nursing job you got. Keep it. Don't quit and move out there to that bum fuck job. I mean, bum
because
fuck farm out
you don't
there.
have a prenup, so you're not safe,
No,
girl.
exactly. Although she might come out better if if they didn't have a prenup, I bet. But anyway, what did you want to say about that scene?
I was just gonna say that Steven came in and was just real, like, sad and
Oh
boo-hooed
my
and talking about how they
god!
broke up. And that's when I was like, did you break up? Because you did not say it.
I think
She's
I
just
said the
going
same
back
thing.
home.
I even wrote, "Why is everyone acting like they broke up? Did we miss a conversation in
No.
which, because he comes in, and he's like, wah wah, not
And
going to
Casey's just like,
Texas."
I
Yeah,
told ya.
I
You
think
wanted to give her 20%? Absolutely
yeah.
not.
There's a lot of "I told you so" baked into Casey's countenance.
Her hair looked really good in
She has so much hair.
yeah.
And she always looks so cute. And Jeff always sort of like clams up when I talk about women, but I really like her with a little bit of weight on her. I
Yeah,
think,
she's cute. She's thick.
yes,
She's always been kind of thick,
yes.
but she looks good.
I think she
She
looks
does.
so good with like,
Uh-huh.
in the jeans. And sometimes she'll wear like a high waisted jean. I think it looks so
Yeah.
flattering on her.
Well, I
So,
told you that I saw a TikTok that said that it had a lot of likes too, but it was like Casey's one of the prettiest faces that
yeah.
like a natural pretty face that have come onto reality TV in a really long time.
Uh
And I
huh.
was like, wow, she really is like she is genuinely just really pretty, like her blue eyes and her blonde hair.
I also think that Casey kind of made reality TV history by taking a pregnancy test on camera and it being positive. I
Oh, is it
don't.
usually negative?
Yeah, so I think Jersey Shore did it. Did anybody didn't Jersey Shore somebody take a pregnancy test and it turned out positive?
Couldn't tell you. Half of them have babies.
I know, but you watched Jersey Shore more than I did. But there's been
I stopped watching after they got grown up and
uh
went to the.
proportionally speaking, a lot of reality TV people have taken a pregnancy test and it's been negative, but Casey is among the very few that it actually came up positive on screen. But Casey's got jokes. She's like, "Yeah, I mean, just get you another. They all look the same. It doesn't really matter. You're going to break up with this one 30 times."
Well,
And
they said that it would be funny because Blair's not going to know the Steven's different
yes,
girlfriends because they all look the same.
that's
And I
right.
thought that was funny. Because she's going to be like, Steven, where's blah, blah, blah? And he's going to be like, oh, no, this is a different one. Sorry, girl.
But then Steven. I don't think Steven has an awareness of time because he's like, the last 48 hours have been a real roller coaster. Do you understand that that's not a lot of time, sir?
Right. Like, you should have taken that time to take a shower, process woosah in
Yeah.
your, bedroom, and then go to the gym, herd some cattle,
And
come
then
back, and then realize that, okay, she's just going and she's just moving. We're not breaking
and
up.
she did pretty much tell him exactly what she wanted. She has been very clear all along.
From the beginning.
I want to move in and go home and live with my sister for a year. I want us to kind of like figure it out. And he didn't hear that shit.
And but she's a businesswoman. Like, she's quite literally, her business is her face and her
Well,
life.
I sent
Everything
you the screenshots of those text messages that Steven Jr. sent to her when he got mad at her, talking about how all she does is party and jet around the world and fuck guys all around the world,
with her
walking
big
around
old
looking
titties.
with your titties hanging out, walking around looking like a whore, going to every party and fucking every guy. So I think he's trying to lock her down, is what's happening.
Yeah, he's like he literally, quite literally says, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Because she said that before.
Oh, I think she
and
said it,
I
and that launched him into some panic in which he was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I can't be out of sight, I can't be out of sight." But then we go to Steven Jr.'s house, and Casey is coming over to talk about the tallow business, right? I guess they can be alone together.
Right. Which, I guess technically not alone because the camera crew's there. Because I literally said this. I was like, that's really bold of them, to like be going down to the basement alone. And I was like, well, the camera crew's there.
Also,
they're not going to like tongue each other down while the camera crew's there.
I mean, fair enough. But what is this studio downstairs? Podcast?
I know.
Does Steven Jr. have a podcast?
I know. I was just like, has he just been making this up? Like, that he wants to do live, like, sales of the tallow.
I know.
But, like, shouldn't that been something that Casey was inputted in on?
Like, and also, sir, leave the podcasting to the professionals, okay? We've got it covered. Like, just leave it to us. Do not encroach on our area.
We don't need any more McBee podcasts, thank you.
But, who's going to be co-host of that podcast now that Allie's gone? Casey's like, me, I'll do it. And do we sense a chemistry between these two, though?
Kind of.
I know, right? Kind of.
Like, because Casey's always just kind of like cheeky and like, kind of like teasing him a little bit. And he's always like, oh, Casey, like, oh,
and,
like.
I mean, I don't know, rumor has it that Cole and Casey just be getting it on, just be like dicking down all the time. But so
yeah, but
I don't see their chemistry.
I don't know, but I thought you were saying that they were like on their separated times, they were getting on with a lot of people, and so I was gonna say it's different to get with somebody's brother. Is what I was going.
That's a different story for a different podcast. It's unsubstantiated claims.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a pretty fancy podcast setup they have, though. 3 different cameras.
Nolan,
Um,
these
sorry.
folks are going to spend money. These folks are going to spend money. If if there is an option between doing a free thing or doing something that costs $10,000, they're going to pick the $10,000 option. I don't know where this money's
They'll
coming.
just take a loan. They'll just take a
Yeah,
loan out.
just take a loan out. But poor Cole is about to be fucking homeless. But sure, let's spend $1 zillion on a podcast studio. But
And I like that. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
he said he does volunteer to step back, and that like Casey kind of like take the lead, and that they make a good team. Wink. And
But I was thought too. I was like, it shouldn't mutual respect always be around in a relationship you have with
Nolan,
somebody?
these people don't respect women. What are you saying? They
Oh yeah.
don't think women are real people.
I'm
Like, what are you
dead.
doing? Come on. But so
I wrote down Casey product, Steven tech.
yes. Well, I wrote they're a good team, vice versa. So like she can't do what he can do, she can't do what he can do. But
Yeah.
then the next scene,
Our go get ready with me montage.
listen,
Let's
Allie
go.
coming in looking HOT,
She
hot
did look
to
good.
go, wearing the leopard print. She's got some eyeliner on. Her hair is in a
I
side part.
love turquoise jewelry. Whenever
Yeah.
like people wear it with like black and stuff like that, I think it looks so good.
As I
With the
sport my
cheetah
turquoise
too.
ring.
And I was like, and she goes in there, and she kind of like waltzes in summer first. And she's like, Summer
You
wants to
said
know
summer
if you
first.
can watch her. She does. She goes summer first. Summer wants to know if you can watch her.
That's
And I'm
funny.
like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, just set the baby down and leave.
I know, but I do think if I had to guess, they probably had this conversation prior, and they probably had to redo it for the camera when the cameras were there.
I know, because she's kind of like,
So Allie kind of got it in her brain, like, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go in there summer first, and I'm just gonna really put him on the spot. But there's something about her attitude though that seems different. Like she's madder, or right? Like
probably because he has yet to step up. They fucked, and he's
Yes.
not keeping up his end of the deal.
But yes, but like, what did something happen before the cameras got there? Did they have a conversation like immediately? Because just from the conversation that her and Casey had at the Highland Cows versus now, she's got a chip on her shoulder that she has
Well,
not
I
had
don't know.
before.
I might be a little irritated if I was getting ready all night and Summer was sitting right next to me while he's laying in the bed.
Word.
And he's supposed to be watching her. And, you know, she's crawled over while I'm trying to curl my hair, trying to grab the curling iron.
Yes, like
know
you
what I
did
mean?
when you were a baby.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's kind of stressful. That might put
Listen.
you in a bad mood before a girl's night.
Mother
know?
of the year over here. Nolan was very young. She may have been about the same age as Summer, and I was sitting on the floor, much like young people do, to get ready. I was young. I was like 21 or 22, and I had this. This is back in the day when the flat irons were like 2 inches wide. They were really, really wide, and I am like flat ironing my hair, and Nolan just sticks her little baby chubby hand right in the flat iron, and I clamp down on it. And I had to take you to the emergency room, and they were like questioning me because of child abuse, which my mother showed up and was like, shut that down immediately. She's like, get out of here. Fuck you all. Get the fuck out. And you still have a scar. When you get a little bit of sun, there's a little bit of a scar on your hand.
It's like it's like a sun. It's like waves. It's like a sunburn. Yeah. Like whenever I get like sun on it, it turns like tan and wavy. It's
yes,
cool.
And that was because we were home alone, and I had to keep one eye on you and one eye on my hair. And so so maybe Allie has worked herself up into this like snit about.
It can be annoying.
Yes. Noel's not speaking from experience at all. As Shep's like, Mom, look how fast I am. Mom, look how fast I can go.
I know. I quite literally had to have a talk with Shep last night, and I said, baby, I cannot watch everything. Why don't we like try to keep it to the coolest things that I can watch?
None of it's cool though.
Said,
like
right next, he said, Mom, watch. I said, oh, okay. So this was cool. This was cool.
Nolan said one time, she said, Shep, I know how fast you are. He's like, Mom, look how fast I am. She's like, I know how fast you are, Shep.
He's just in the mommy watch phase.
I know, for sure. Which seems early at 4, but sure. Does that mean you're going to have so many more years of mom watch?
Probably.
But the thing that really got me is when Jesse said, you're making Summer upset by talking about how you're about to leave. Fuck all the way off, you fucking asshole.
And he said, what if she poops? motherfucker, you change it. What if
Yes.
she cries? Figure it out. Are you not her dad? Did you not make half of her? Like, she
What
looks
do
like
you
you,
think?
you know?
What do you think Allie's doing at home alone in the in town house when she poops or she cries or maybe
And
says,
two,
"Where's Dad?" Like,
I've had the stress of like leaving, your kid with like, their other parent, and just the stress of just worrying the whole entire time.
yeah,
Like the whole time that Allie was out with the girls, I was sitting there just like, God, I bet she's so stressed.
which
God, like I bet she's so worried. Like,
is
oh my
not
God.
the way it ought to be. And I was very lucky. Your
Yeah.
dad was the primary caretaker. I didn't have to think twice about leaving you at home with him. He was like
Yeah.
he was a superior parent. So I did not have to necessarily worry about him. Ethan's dad as well too. But Tegan and Casey come in looking also real hot
I
to
know. I'm
go.
like, did they call before and coordinate the
Yeah.
looks?
Yeah. Did they
Like,
coordinate?
they're like, we'll let Allie be the star and we'll wear red leather.
But yes, yeah, it's like they were almost like matching, but also too, Allie's dress kind of like fit in with the
That's
theme
what
of
I'm
the color.
saying.
Yeah. And
And then, but Casey with her little Pamela Anderson updo and her little blue eyes coming out with
yes,
her makeup, she looked so
and
good.
those leather shorts that I don't know. I hate to be lusty after Casey, but just like those shorts and that particular body type is just so flattering. And she had tights on. It was just a really, really, really cute outfit. And then
But
Tegan gives Allie a vibrator. And Allie, come on. You're
I know
grown.
she said, I'm gonna move it where she doesn't eat. It's not like you've used it yet. Like,
That's
what are you
weird.
talking
Is she
about?
going to accidentally eat the vibrator? Like, shut
But I
up.
have a theory. I have a theory
Okay.
that Allie like finds like the gym, or like, gets in really good shape or something, gets like super confident, divorces Jesse, and turns lesbian.
Okay, so you think she's giving lesbian vibes?
Kind of a little.
Listen, the first time that a lesbian, cooks her dinner or brings her flowers for no occasion, Allie's hooked. Because,
That's what I'm saying.
what a man won't, a lesbian will. I'm just saying right now.
On the
Okay.
first date.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've got fresh flowers sitting on the table right now because Carla was at the store and just did it okay. Like
Yeah.
I haven't gotten gas in 1 year. Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But Allie is listening to the damn baby monitor on in the driveway out, which
Well,
I
she wanted to
guess
see
you
if she
said.
cried for her. I mean, I text you as soon as whenever I leave, it's you want to know if you kind of want to know, but you also don't. It's kind of like one of those things. Like, I hope they don't cry, but they didn't cry that I left. It's
No,
like
we
one of those
definitely do
things.
not want them to cry. And when they don't cry, it's much more of a comfort. But Allie says this, and this is a real slippery slope. When she says, "If Jesse's not going to do it, I'll do it for myself." That's the
That's what I'm
beginning of
saying.
something right
She's
there.
gonna get super confident. She's gonna like stack her money up.
Yeah.
And I mean, she might already have left. Who knows?
Well, that's the
I
scuttle.
look at. I checked her TikToks the other day, and she doesn't post a whole lot.
Yeah, she doesn't seem the
Um,
type. Seems like it's more
yeah,
work.
I
She's got a
saw the
baby.
one. Yeah, I saw the one that they recorded at that going out. The one where they're like, this friend, she's like, I'll fuck you up. They're like, no, 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 I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. And they're like, yeah, I saw that TikTok. It was like the fourth one. So like, she doesn't
Um,
post a whole lot.
I would watch a show about the McBee women. That
Oh,
would
for
be
sure,
a
it would be
much
better.
yes, it would be a much more interesting show. But they
For
go to a
sure.
sports bar, which I guess their options are limited in Gallatin,
Yeah,
Missouri.
it's strip mall. It's strip mall bar or sports bar.
And again, she reiterates that Jesse's got to make a change. Girl, he ain't gonna. I tell you what, I bet he would make a change. You leave him, and then 3 months later, when you're seeing somebody, then he's gonna make a change. Whenever it's too late.
Yep.
She's like, what if he doesn't? Where'd we go? And then, speaking of where we go to this meeting of the boys with Galena in the car wash. I knew this shit was gonna go left the minute they sent Braden in there to get her.
I know. I'm like, they ambushed her with all the boys. Like, didn't even tell her they were
Well,
gonna. They could have been like, "Hey, we have a meeting scheduled today. Like, can you come? It's all the boys. They just want to talk to you." No, they just decided to all show up and ambush her.
well, she had to know they were filming, right? Because the film crew was there. They had to set it
Well,
up.
right, but they do could have been a one on
Um,
one. They never.
and it's a gang up, though. It's a gang up. Whether she thought they were filming for one thing or another, it is literally 4 against 1. And she's already suspicious. She's like,
She's
huh,
like, "What's going
what's
on?
this ship? And Steven starts. First off, I know
Why do we let
I have the
Steven talk?
hiccups. I know. That's exactly what I was about to
Stop
say.
letting him talk to women. Stop letting him do
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Stop letting him talk to
I
women."
was about to say, I know he's the oldest and they sort of default to his authority. Stop letting him
Let
talk to
Cole do
women.
it. Let Cole do it. Let Jesse do it when Cole stops working. You
Yeah,
know?
I think though, and I'm telling you right now, I started Cole. Cole was my very least favorite McBee brother. We're
Yeah.
ending these 3 seasons as my very favorite. He is might
Yeah.
be the only one worth a ship. But Steven just says it outright. We're gonna sell them. We're selling the car washes.
And she's like, "Well, let me check on things. Let me check the price. Let me check where they're at." And he's like, "It's not up for discussion.
Which is
Like, we're
fucked
doing it."
up. It's really fucked up. And
Because that's
she's
what she's built.
yeah, and she's a stakeholder in this. And
Right.
for them to make this decision unilaterally, I don't really know the ins and outs, but they just can't do that. But they're talking about the banks are nervous, and especially Cole's bank, and it's going to be a good deal for everyone. You don't know that. You you don't know that
Yeah.
it's a good deal for Galena. You were talking about a theoretical offer that she hasn't gotten yet that you don't know is coming. This woman could
And
be out on the
too,
street.
well, I was gonna say, you just said this about Cole too, but like he wasn't very nice in that meeting. The way that
Nope.
he was just kind of like, "Yep, sorry, we're doing it," because he's just worried about himself and his house.
Yeah.
Like at first he's kind of like, "Look, I just want to be able to go to sleep in the house and wake up," which was cool. And then I think Galena kind of like started talking, saying other stuff, and he was like, "Look, I don't really care. Whatever we're doing, you can go with them. You can do whatever you want, but we're selling it."
And the
And I was like,
conversation
"Damn, Cole."
gets a little gross because they're talking about, listen, I know, I hope it goes well for you, but ultimately we've got to worry about our family. I got to worry about what's best for me. They said that a version of that many times, which was real upsetting.
After they're like, "Glenna, you're a part of the family. Like, we're invited to the wedding. We're invited to this." Like, they come to their birthdays. They come to all this stuff that she's a part of. Yet Sia wouldn't want to be ya.
Jesse
Like,
says, I would sacrifice Galena any day if it meant it was good for my family. And by family, he means his brothers.
yeah.
Let's just make that real clear. It's time to cut ties and go our separate ways, Cole says. And she says, huh, let's see. It's not really your decision, and you want to make it personal? Let's go ahead and make it
Well, because
personal.
I was saying, but that's like her weak spot, the family thing. Like, that's like her weak spot. That's where it hits her,
Yeah.
And they hit it.
So
They hit it multiple times.
she is
But I
no
was like,
longer
go.
well, she's no longer like normal, regular Galena.
She's
She is
split.
her dark passenger has entered into her body, and she says, "Okay." So she gets up, and the boys are frozen in fear. They're like, "Oh shit, what's about to happen?" So they start watching her on the camera. Okay, she
Like, why
goes.
didn't they just follow her?
I don't know, because they're scared.
Her.
They're scared of her, and they're all a bunch of cowards. And she grabs a crowbar, goes and smashes Steven's windows. I mean, in front of God and everybody. She's like, "Fuck it, y'all want to make it personal?" And then gets in her car and just drives off. And they all go down there, and they're just
She
standing
still got
around.
that car, by the way, too. She still got that car. It's been in the car wash videos.
But isn't it funny? That's also what happened in Nashville. Remember whenever
Oh shit! No, because I think that was Masha. Remember, because Masha was up there and thought that Galena was staying
Well,
there.
yeah, but what do? They pull these Russian women aside and be like, "Listen, here's what you do when a man
No,
fucks with
I
you."
mean, Smashing Windows is a pretty, typical mad girl or mad, woman,
Is
typical.
it?
Like there's like letting the air out of 3 tires because
Yeah,
you
it's the
can't let out
Carrie.
of one,
Well, it's the
whatever.
Carrie Underwood school of I uh keyed his car. What is the song?
Yeah, I
Pretty
can't.
Little whatever.
But you
But
can let the air out of 3 tires because they'll come replace 2, but they won't replace 3 or something
yeah,
crazy. And it's like smashing the windows, all that stuff.
she warned him though. She's shown herself before, and they still decided to tie up with her. So Jesse's chuckling in the confessional. He's like, "Yeah, maybe or maybe that's
Just
just his
glad it wasn't
tick."
my car.
Yeah, maybe that's just his tick too, where he kind of laughs at things. He's a smiler. His teeth are always out anyway. But I think they added those sound effects that the glass breaking was like the
Yeah,
editing
because they
did.
weren't out there. I mean, maybe her mic, but
But this is the last scene of the episode, and we get a couple of the confessionals stacked. Steven talks about their backs are against the wall, and it's unsure what's happening next. And no matter what, we're gonna save the farm.
I know. I wrote like right before cut, and if you can send me money at my GoFundMe, McBee if you're nasty. Thank you. See ya.
I mean, no, they have to give us a season 4. I'm invested now.
I mean, that's how they get you. You know, get
I
you and
know,
leave you
but
high and dry.
so Jeff and I sometimes we like to do, because if there's going to be a next season, what we hope to see, what we think we will see. So my prediction is Steven gets him another blonde Pilates instructor-esque girl to trot around. What
He
else
already
what do
has
you
one,
think?
right? He already
Does he?
has a girlfriend, right?
Does he?
I don't know. I thought I saw him with someone. Maybe not.
I don't know. So what do you think's gonna happen?
But
I also
maybe I think
predict.
it was actually a music video. He filmed a music video with
Oh
this
my
like up and
god.
coming music star. I know, and he was like
So
the love interest in it.
thirsty.
I know he was the love interest in the music video.
So Cole and Casey gonna have a bunch of more kids. She's probably pregnant again by the time season 4 rolls
For
around.
sure, she's gonna have 4 under 5.
Jesse and Allie divorced.
Divorced for
Divorced for sure. What about when Steve Senior gets out? So you think he's gonna come back? I think he will.
sure. Yeah, he'll probably come back and he'll probably cause some like grift between him and Steven Jr.
Oh
Because
shit!
Steven's been coming up and doing all that. So I think that might cause a little bit of drama for it. We have not seen Masha in a while.
No, we haven't. She went to jail. Remember, for
She was
some
like, "Don't film me anymore."
yeah,
I don't
for
want to be filmed.
something. And so, but yeah. So this is the last one. We have taken on Double Lives of Suburban Wives. Me, you, and
You
Jeff.
got it right a few times in a row.
I
I'm surprised
know.
I
I've been
picked it up every
practicing.
time.
And there's probably only 7 or 8 of these. And so when it goes off, we've been talking about this new show. What's the name of it? Teen Moms.
Oh, baseball mom, teen moms. I
Teen
don't know.
Moms.
It's teen moms.
And I think that it's produced by Kim Kardashian. It is Dance Moms, but for boy baseball.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, because we all know, no offense to all of our listeners, but baseball moms, and I have a very good friend, shout out Tabitha. I have a baseball mom, and there has been altercations at that field many, many times. Baseball parents are bananas and bonkers. And so I think we should pick it up and start covering it. What do you think?
I think so. It looks good.
Yeah.
It looked really good whenever I saw the preview for it. It looked a little like, I don't know, not funded well, but maybe that was just.
I don't know. I think
I
think production's right. It's on Netflix too. So if you got Netflix money.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
like I thought it said Lifetime. Like I was like rolling with it. Was a Lifetime.
I think it's Netflix money. So we've got that. So we've got Double Lives, Suburban Wives. We've got that going. Of course, our vintage Vanderpump. Emily and I are still chugging along on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. So fun. It's so fun. I do my little Housewives corner.
Are they just on a girls trip for forever? Like, are they ever
No. So what they did was they took some of the more popular women from a lot of the franchises, and they put them on a trip. So they're going to different cities. So they went to the OC first, and they're in Beverly Hills.
Like the same one?
Yes. And they're traveling around. And whenever they land in the city, they have like a party with all of the other Beverly Hills housewives. So they started in OC. So they had like
it just seems like, that's what I'm saying. It just seems like they're gone for a long time.
I think it's like 2 weeks. So they're definitely hustling. So that's fun. And then I think Jeff and I are going to take on the spinoff of Vanderpump, which Jax and Brittany take Kentucky.
Do y'all watch The Valley?
Not yet. I did.
Okay.
I have not watched the most recent.
It came on after I was watching something the other day, and I was like, "Wait, what is this?"
Yes, so I did. I watched seasons 1 and 2 of The Valley before Jeff and I started recording, but I made a solemn vow that I wouldn't, because we're trying to like make our way there. So like we're officially in season 6 now. We're about to record about the reunion on season 5, because they have like 3 reunions. So the season 5 reunion, we're going to talk about it. Then we're going to talk about Jax and Brittany take Kentucky. It's when Jax goes home to Kentucky.
Is that when he makes his beer cheese?
I think it's the beginning of the beer cheese. Yes.
Okay.
I think it's the start of Mall's beer cheese and all that. So yeah, we got some good stuff coming up, but I'm hype. And I also, which I love it when we program on air. But I think that you and I should maybe talk about some of our true crime stuff.
Yes, please,
Yeah.
please,
Yes, I
please.
think that should be something. So, y'all stay tuned. Programming is hit or miss. You never know when you're going to get it. Like this should have been out on Tuesday, but I could not get my shit together. So, thank
You can
you.
also blame me as well. It's a
I
little me.
do. I 100% blame you. Always. But our schedule got mixed up because usually you're here on Sunday nights, but this week you were only here one night. So, okay. All right, guys. Find us on all the socials at Tecapino Pod, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Nolan, do you want to pimp anything that you do, or you're not on the socials like you really like?
No, just on the book, and I don't want them to have my Facebook.
That's right. All right, y'all. We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.